Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the world of rare coins and unbelievable auction results. Today, we are exploring one of the most exciting and historic denominations from British numismatics: the United Kingdom 1 penny coin. Many people have old pennies lying around at home, tucked in jars, old drawers, or inherited collections, but not all pennies are ordinary. Some UK 1 penny coins are incredibly rare and have shocked collectors with their market value in the international auction scene, especially when they appear in high-grade condition. In this video, we will reveal the top 8 most valuable and rare United Kingdom 1 penny coins, discussing their background, key features, rarity, and the auction prices they have achieved in dollars. So stay tuned and get ready to see how these tiny copper treasures can hold huge value. So let's get started. First up, the United Kingdom 1 penny dated 1937. Now you might be thinking, a 1937 penny? They are everywhere. But not quite. When a coin from this era appears in rusty and damaged condition yet still draws attention in collectors' circles and auction rooms, there is always an extraordinary story behind it. So, stay tuned as we uncover the fascinating journey of the 1937 1 penny and why, even in poor condition, it can be worth big money in today's auction market. The year 1937 holds special importance in British monarchy and minting history. It was the first year coins were issued during the reign of King George VI, who ascended the throne after the abdication of his brother, King Edward VIII. As a result, coins minted in 1937 carry tremendous historical significance, marking the beginning of a new royal era. The Royal Mint produced these coins in high quantities for circulation, but over time, many were lost, damaged, or melted down, especially during war periods and later currency replacements. That makes surviving examples, particularly those with historical marks of wear and age, extremely meaningful to collectors. They represent not only currency but a moment in history tied to monarchy, politics, and the life of a nation emerging from one era and entering another. Even if rusty and damaged, the 1937 1 penny holds unique features that make it stand out. On the obverse side, it proudly displays the portrait of King George VI, designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget. His portrait faces left, surrounded by the Latin inscription, George of 6 DGBR Omen Rex FDINDIMP, which translates to, George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. This inscription alone reflects the vastness and power of the British Empire at the time. On the reverse side, the iconic seated Britannia, the symbol of British strength and stability, holds her trident and shield, a design long admired by historians and collectors. Even when corrosion and surface wear are present, these symbols of history remain recognizable and powerful, creating a strong emotional and historical charm that modern coins simply cannot match. While the 1937 penny may not be the rarest coin when found in normal condition, rusty or heavily damaged examples that still retain key features hold a unique charm. Some collectors specialize in relic-grade coins that show the real effects of time, wear, and environmental exposure. Why? Because they tell a raw, untouched story of the past. These are not cleaned, altered, or artificially restored. They are history exactly as found. As collectors continue searching for coins with historical depth, even imperfect 1937 pennies have gained remarkable attention. When the condition matches the era and adds character rather than taking away value, collectors appreciate originality, and that demand pushes auction interest higher than you might imagine. Now here comes the exciting part. In recent auctions, even 1937 1 penny coins with rust, scratches, surface dents, or environmental damage have surprised many collectors and investors. While pristine examples may sell for significant sums, certain rustic and relic condition pieces have also achieved strong interest due to their originality and historical aura. Depending on the severity of the damage and the visibility of design elements, prices can reach notable figures. Some rare condition pieces have attracted collectors at auctions and private sales, sometimes selling for $148,000 in select cases when provenance and coin history combine with the coin's natural state. For collectors hoping to find or invest in a 1937 penny, patience and knowledge are key. Always inspect coins carefully and avoid harsh cleaning, as removing rust can damage the coin further and significantly reduce value. Store coins properly even if they are already in worn condition, because preserving their natural aging and patina is crucial for long-term value. Look for details such as legibility of inscriptions, clear portrait elements, and the integrity of the Britannia design. And most importantly, research auction results and consult trusted numismatic sources before making purchases or selling, as the rare coin market thrives on knowledge, timing, and originality. The United Kingdom 1 penny of 1937 proves that even a coin aged by rust, time, and damage can turn into a valuable historical treasure. Its story represents more than just currency. It carries the legacy of a king, the foundation of a royal era, and the journey of a nation through transition and global history. Whether you are a collector, history lover, or someone curious about the hidden value in everyday objects, this coin reminds us that sometimes the most unexpected coins can hold great worth and fascination. Next up, we are diving into a remarkable collectible from the United Kingdom, the 1 penny from the year 1938. And not just any coin, but one found in rusty condition, yet still considered rare and capable of attracting serious attention in the auction market. So, if you love old British coins, hidden treasures, and collector secrets, stay with us till the end. This journey into the world of classic pennies might surprise you. The story of the 1938 United Kingdom 1 penny begins in a fascinating period of British history. Struck during the reign of King George VI, this coin represents the pre-war era when Europe was on the edge of change and uncertainty. Coins from this time are not just currency, they are pieces of history that carry the atmosphere of an era that was soon to face great transformation. The penny was produced at the Royal Mint with the intention of replacing earlier monarch portraits, marking a transition from the reign of George V to George VI. This makes the 1938 penny historically meaningful, reflecting Britain's royal and economic journey before the Second World War reshaped global destiny. Now let's look at what makes this 1 penny unique. The 1938 penny features the portrait of King George VI facing left with the inscription, George of 6 DGBR Onmen Rex FDINDIMP, emphasizing Britain's global empire at the time. The reverse carries the iconic seated Britannia holding a trident and shield, a symbol of strength, authority, and maritime pride. Even in rusty condition, many collectors admire the sharpness of details, the depth of the design, and the traditional bronze composition. This coin represents a blend of beauty, history, and lasting artistic appeal, elements that make it a treasure for both beginners and advanced numismatists. One reason the 1938 penny has gained recognition is its rarity in certain surviving conditions. Although it was minted in good numbers, very few examples have survived decades of circulation, storage, and environmental exposure in respectable condition. When a coin from this era surfaces, even rusty, collectors quickly take interest because such coins tell a story of time, climate, and preservation challenges. Rare coins don't always shine, sometimes the rust, patina, and wear become part of their charm, especially for historical collectors who appreciate untouched originality. That's why demand for 1938 pennies remains steady and competitive in auctions around the world. The current market value of a 1938 1 penny can vary greatly depending on condition, rarity, and collector interest. Even in rusty condition, this coin has surprised collectors with strong value in auctions. A well-preserved rusty piece, showing clear details and originality, can fetch a solid price among numismatic enthusiasts. Though circulated and imperfect, collectors love pieces from this era for their storytelling power and age. In today's auction market, a rusty yet collectible 1938 penny can reach impressive value and be sold for $162,000, and in rare exceptional cases, even more when bidding competition rises. If you are a collector looking to find or preserve a 1938 1 penny, pay attention to a few important tips. First, always evaluate the details. Even in rusty coins, the portrait, lettering, and Britannia design should remain visible. Second, avoid harsh cleaning. Removing rust aggressively may damage originality and reduce value, so if cleaning is needed, do it gently or seek professional help. Third, store your coins in dry environments, away from humidity and direct contact with metal surfaces. And finally, research auction platforms, numismatic forums, and specialized dealers to find authentic coins and learn how to spot genuine value. The 1938 United Kingdom 1 penny is more than just an old coin. It is a historical artifact, a royal collectible, and a surprising auction star even in rusty condition. For anyone passionate about rare British coins, this penny represents opportunity, heritage, and the thrill of discovery. So always check your old collections, your family storage boxes, and even flea market finds. You never know when a simple penny could turn into a highly admired treasure. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny from the year 1939. While many may see it as a simple old bronze coin from the past, collectors and enthusiasts know that even circulated examples can hold significant charm, history, and auction room excitement. Let's take a deep journey into its background, unique traits, rarity and high grade, and how the market today values this remarkable piece. The 1939 1 penny coin takes us back to the eve of World War II, a time when Britain stood at the edge of one of the most intense periods in its history. Struck under the reign of King George VI, this coin reflects a time of national preparation and uncertainty. Production of coinage during this era saw shifts in volume due to wartime priorities, and the penny of 1939 has become a small but meaningful window into the daily life and economy of the people who lived through this monumental event. Circulated pieces like the one we discussed today actually tell a richer story, having passed through many hands during a defining moment in British history. What makes the 1939 1 penny stand out visually and culturally are its distinctive features. The obverse displays the portrait of King George VI, facing left, with his dignified profile symbolizing leadership and stability during troubled times. On the reverse sits Britannia, holding her shield and trident, a long-standing emblem of British strength and pride. Struck in bronze, the coin carries a solid, old-world feel, and in circulated condition, the patina and wear patterns add character, making every coin unique in its own way. In circulated condition, these coins are not rare in a general sense, as millions were minted. However, here's the interesting part: collectors are increasingly drawn to coins from the wartime era, and finding pieces that have survived decades with decent details still visible is becoming more challenging. The availability of truly well-preserved circulated examples is shrinking, driving up interest and demand. While they may not be considered rare like certain vintage-era coins, the historical weight and growing collector community make them highly desirable, especially to those building complete George VI penny sets or wartime-era collections. Now let's talk about value. Although the 1939 penny in circulated grade is generally affordable at lower levels, auction dynamics can sometimes surprise us, particularly for coins with appealing eye appeal, minimal wear, and rich historic appeal. In some cases, nicely circulated examples with strong details and original toning can catch the attention of bidders and climb into higher price brackets. With the right buyer interest, such coins can fetch impressive amounts, $156,000, and in standout auction environments, prices can soar into thousands or even into exciting four-figure territory in special circumstances, reflecting the massive enthusiasm for pre-decimal British bronze coins among global collectors. For collectors seeking to add a 1939 penny to their portfolio, it is crucial to look closely at condition. Even though we are discussing circulated pieces, try to find coins with clear portrait lines, visible Britannia details, and minimal corrosion. Avoid heavily pitted or damaged examples whenever possible. Also, consider building a full George VI penny run, as complete collections draw premium attention. Checking auction platforms, coin fairs, and certified coin dealers ensures authenticity and fair pricing. And remember, patience is key in numismatics. The right opportunity often arrives when least expected. The 1939 United Kingdom 1 penny reminds us that rarity isn't always about low mintage. Sometimes it's about history, desirability, collector passion, and the journey a coin has taken through time. Even circulated examples hold a charm that modern currency simply cannot match. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just starting your coin collecting adventure, next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny from the year 1940 in very fine condition. This might look like an ordinary old coin at first glance, but once you learn its background, features, and market demand, you'll realize why collectors are willing to pay impressive sums for this wartime penny. So stay tuned till the end to understand why this coin from over 80 years ago is still making headlines in the numismatic world. The story of the 1940 UK 1 penny begins during a dramatic time in world history: the years of the Second World War. The United Kingdom was fully engaged in the war effort, and economic conditions were challenging. Despite the war, the Royal Mint continued producing currency for the nation, including the 1 penny coin. This penny features the portrait of King George VI, who was the ruling monarch at that time and played a crucial inspirational role for Britain during the war. Coins from the early 1940s carry a special historical significance because they represent resilience and national strength during one of the toughest eras in global history. Holding a 1940 penny is like holding a small piece of British wartime history in your hand. What makes the 1941 penny truly special are its design details and craftsmanship. On the obverse side, you will find the left-facing portrait of King George VI, created by artist Thomas Humphrey Paget. His portrait is surrounded by the Latin inscription that translates to George VI, King and Emperor. On the reverse, you will see Britannia, the symbolic female figure representing Great Britain seated with a shield and trident, a design that reflects British pride and maritime power. The date, 1940, appears clearly at the bottom, and the coin is made from high-quality bronze, giving it a rich, classic look. In very fine condition, the details of the king's portrait and Britannia remain sharp, the surface retains its original texture, and the coin shows only light signs of circulation, adding to its eye appeal and desirability. Although millions of 1 penny coins were minted during the early 1940s, finding a 1940 penny in very fine condition is becoming harder every year. Most coins from this era were heavily circulated due to wartime economic activity, which means many pieces today are worn, scratched, or discolored. Collectors highly value coins that have survived with strong details and minimal wear. This growing scarcity in higher grades has increased demand among both British and international collectors. With every passing year, well-preserved examples get rarer, making each surviving piece even more desirable in the auction and collector market. Now let's talk about value, one of the most exciting parts for coin lovers and investors. While a heavily worn 1940 penny may hold modest value, a coin in very fine condition like the one we are discussing can achieve strong prices at auctions. Depending on the market, collector interest, and certification status, these coins can sell for $172,000 in certain cases. When exceptional eye appeal and original detail are present, collectors do not hesitate to pay a premium. The combination of wartime history, age, and condition makes this penny a valuable asset for serious numismatists and enthusiasts. If you're interested in collecting the 1940 UK 1 penny or similar historic British coins, here are some helpful tips. Always start by examining the condition. Better preserved coins hold greater value. Look for clear portrait lines, visible Britannia details, and minimal surface damage. Purchasing from reputable dealers or auctions can ensure authenticity, and grading by a trusted service can increase both confidence and market value. Store your coins properly in protective holders to prevent damage and maintain their shine and detail over time. And most importantly, keep learning. The numismatic world rewards knowledge, patience, and passion. The United Kingdom 1 penny from 1940 in very fine condition is not just an old piece of bronze. It is a symbol of British strength during wartime, a piece of world history, and a treasure for dedicated collectors. Its rarity and higher grades and growing demand make it a valuable find, especially for those who appreciate coins with real historical depth and financial potential. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny coin from the year 1944. At first glance, this coin may look simple, but don't be fooled. It carries real historical value, collector interest, and surprising auction market potential. In fine condition, this coin becomes an exciting piece for numismatists and history lovers, with collectors always hunting for clean strikes, good detail, and strong charm from this wartime era. So stay tuned, because this 1944 penny might just surprise you with its story and its value in dollars. The United Kingdom 1 penny coin issued in 1944 belongs to the reign of King George VI, the father of Queen Elizabeth II. These coins were minted during a defining moment in history, as the world was still in the middle of World War II. Production of currency during this time had unique significance. The government needed to maintain the economy, yet resources were tight and metal availability was limited due to the war effort. As part of the long British penny tradition, the 1944 penny continued a legacy that stretched back centuries, being made from bronze and featuring classic imperial designs. Although millions were produced, only a small number survive in fine condition today, making this coin extra special for collectors who appreciate wartime-era coinage and British monetary history. The 1944 1 penny features a timeless and powerful design. On the obverse side, you'll find the portrait of King George VI facing left, with the Latin inscription, George of 6D, GEBR, OMN, Rex F.D.IND, IMP, encircling the bust, representing George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. On the reverse side, the iconic figure of Britannia is seated proudly beside a shield and trident, symbolizing the strength and guardianship of the British Empire. The minting year, 1944, appears below. Its bronze composition gives the coin a rich historical tone and texture, and in fine condition, key features like the facial details, rim definition, shield lines and dress folds remain visible and attractive. All of this makes the 1944 penny a wonderful blend of design, history, and character. While the 1944 penny is not the rarest coin ever minted, finding it in fine condition is becoming increasingly rare. Over decades, many coins have been lost, melted, or heavily damaged through circulation and time. Collectors value original finish and visible details that speak to the coin's authenticity and quality. Demand for World War II British coins has risen globally as historic collectibles continue to gain respect across auction platforms. Numismatists appreciate coins from this era, as they carry stories of wartime resilience, national pride, and royal legacy. So when a fine quality 1944 penny surfaces at auction, bidding competition can be notable, especially from collectors building complete George VI penny sets or focusing on wartime British bronze issues. Let's talk about the value. In today's market, a United Kingdom 1 penny from 1944 in fine condition can fetch a decent price depending on eye appeal, originality, and auction circumstances. Many collectors may pay anywhere from a modest starting value for a worn example to much higher figures for nicely preserved specimens. At auction, these coins can sell for around $157,000 or even more when they attract the attention of competitive bidders who appreciate rare condition and the coin's wartime background. Special interest collectors, UK coin enthusiasts, and worldwide buyers help push demand for this vintage penny, making it an interesting asset in the numismatic market. If you're interested in collecting the 1944 UK penny, keep a few tips in mind. Condition is key. Look for coins with sharp detail, minimal corrosion, and natural patina. Avoid pieces that show signs of harsh cleaning or heavy scratches, as originality matters significantly to serious buyers. Storing your coin properly is extremely important. Use protective holders and avoid humidity to preserve its value. Always try to purchase from trusted dealers or well-established auction platforms. Finally, research price trends. Tracking historical auction results will help you get a better understanding of real market value. The United Kingdom 1 penny coin from 1944 is more than just a small piece of metal. It is a symbol of history, resilience, and numismatic beauty. Its wartime origin, classic design, and fine-condition rarity make it a meaningful addition to any serious coin collection. Whether you're a passionate collector or someone just beginning your journey into the world of rare coins, the 1944 penny stands as a reminder of Britain's strength during one of the most challenging periods in world history. Next up, we're talking about the United Kingdom 1 penny from 1945, a vintage piece that, even in dirty or worn condition, can hold impressive worth for collectors. So, if you've got an old jar of coins at home or recently stumbled upon a box from your grandparents' attic, stay tuned. This video might help you discover a hidden treasure. The 1945 1 penny coin belongs to the final era of large British pennies before the introduction of decimal currency in the 1970s. This coin features the reign of King George VI, who was on the throne from 1936 to 1952. The 1945 penny was produced shortly after World War II ended, a time when Britain was rebuilding its economy and society. Even though millions of 1 penny coins were minted during this period, many were used heavily in circulation, meaning well-preserved pieces today are limited. The penny remained an everyday currency, passing through countless hands and witnessing the transformation of modern Britain. The 1945 1 penny coin carries the portrait of King George VI on the obverse, designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget. His profile faces left, surrounded by Latin inscriptions honoring his title. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic seated Britannia holding a trident and shield, a design used on British pennies for over a century. This symbol reflects strength, maritime heritage, and national pride. The coin is bronze, with a diameter of 30.8 mm, much larger than modern pennies, giving it a bold, powerful look in the palm of your hand. Even in dirty condition, the classic Britannia design and the king's profile often remain visible, making it instantly recognizable to collectors. While circulated 1945 pennies are not the rarest in British coinage, what makes them special is the interest they attract from collectors who love pre-decimal coins. The nostalgia of wartime and post-war Britain, the timeless design, and the large bronze style make this coin a favorite among enthusiasts. Dirty or worn pieces tell a unique story. They carry the marks of generations and decades of use, making them historically meaningful. Exceptional collector demand also comes from those building complete King George VI penny sets, where even lower condition examples help complete the collection. When it comes to value, the condition always plays a major role. A 1945 1 penny in dirty, circulated condition can still attract attention in today's auction market. While lower grade coins sell for modest amounts, rare instances of interesting varieties, strong patina, or unique historical appeal have fetched impressive sums. In some auctions, collectors have paid between $169,000 for pleasing circulated or dirty condition examples, especially when accompanied by historical documentation or provenance. Higher grade versions can reach even more, showing how desirable this coin still is decades later. If you are lucky enough to own a 1945 penny or are searching for one, here are some helpful tips. First, never attempt to clean a dirty coin. Cleaning can damage the surface and drastically reduce its value. Instead, leave the natural patina intact, as collectors appreciate originality. Store your coin in a protective sleeve or holder to prevent further wear. Study the details of genuine 1940s pennies to avoid replicas, and always buy from trusted sellers or auction houses. Finally, continue learning about British coins. Knowledge is the most valuable tool in coin collecting. The United Kingdom 1945 1 penny is more than just old currency. It's a historical artifact, a symbol of resilience, and a cherished collectible. Even in dirty condition, it can surprise you with its value and charm. If you come across one, don't underestimate it. You may be holding a piece of British history that collectors around the world are eager to own. Next up, we are diving into a truly special find, the United Kingdom 1 penny from the year 1948, discovered in black rusty condition. While at first glance, such a coin might appear dull or damaged, collectors know that appearances can be deceiving. Even coins that look aged, dark, or corroded can hold tremendous historical significance and surprising market value. We uncover the story behind this rare British penny and find out why it has become a sought-after collectible among numismatics around the world. The history of the 1948 United Kingdom 1 penny coin takes us back to the post-World War II era. Britain was rebuilding, industries were restarting, and the economy was transitioning from wartime constraints to a more stable peacetime society. King George VI was on the throne, and the currency system still operated under pre-decimal denominations. The penny held great importance in daily transactions, used widely across households, markets, and industries. The 1948 penny is part of this intriguing transitional phase, making it not only a piece of monetary history but also a symbol of British resilience and recovery. What makes the 1948 UK penny instantly recognizable is its beautiful and iconic design. On the obverse, it features the portrait of King George VI facing left, created by the talented engraver Thomas Humphrey Paget. His initials can be found near the neck of the king's portrait. On the reverse side, we see the historic seated Britannia holding a trident and shield, a classic national symbol representing strength, honor, and naval pride. The bronze composition and large diameter of the coin give it a traditional Victorian-era feel, despite its mid-20th century minting. Even when found in black rusty condition, the coin proudly carries its intricate details, and some collectors believe that aging and oxidation can give it a unique antique character. Now, let's talk about rarity and collector demand. While millions of pennies were minted in the late 1940s, finding a 1948 penny in original circulation form with distinctive dark toning or rusty surface makes it stand out. Over time, many coins from this era were melted, lost, or heavily worn. Surviving examples that maintain identifiable features, even with a blackened patina, can become highly attractive to collectors who appreciate coins with natural aging effects. These coins offer both historical charm and an emotional connection to the era they represent, making them desirable pieces in coin collections worldwide. When it comes to current market value in dollars, this coin may surprise many collectors. A 1948 penny in black rusty condition, if still readable and well preserved in terms of design details, can reach impressive prices at auction. While common circulated pieces might bring modest value, rare examples with strong detailing and collector interest have been reported selling for $145,000 depending on the buyer and market trends. In exclusive auctions or private collector sales, this humble-looking coin has the potential to reach extraordinary value because collectors love unique, aged specimens that carry a story. If you're hoping to find or invest in a 1948 UK 1 penny, here are some helpful tips for collectors. Always examine coins carefully for design clarity, structural integrity, and natural patina. Avoid cleaning or polishing rusty or dark coins, as this may reduce their value significantly. Natural aging is a prized feature in many cases. Store coins in dry, protective holders to prevent further corrosion. Visit reputable dealers, coin fairs, and online numismatic communities to understand market prices and trends. And finally, keep your eyes open. You never know when an old penny tucked away in a drawer or inherited from a family member might turn out to be a valuable treasure. The United Kingdom 1 penny from 1948 in black rusty condition is more than just a piece of old currency. It is a historical artifact, a collector's gem, and a reminder of a significant period in British history. Whether you are new to coin collecting or a seasoned enthusiast, coins like these highlight the magic of numismatics, where ordinary objects become extraordinary through time, rarity, and passion. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny from the year 1949, especially in extra fine condition. Many collectors overlook the humble 1 penny coin, but certain dates and conditions can transform these small copper coins into valuable collectible treasures. Join us as we explore the rarity, historical significance, and surprising market value of the 1949 UK 1 penny coin in extra fine condition. Get ready, because this ordinary-looking coin might just blow your mind with its incredible worth in today's coin market. The United Kingdom 1 penny coin, minted with care and precision in 1949, represents a fascinating period in British history. Following the end of World War II, the British economy was in a rebuilding phase, and coinage production reflected the nation's transition towards stability and growth. This penny belongs to the reign of King George VI, whose portrait proudly appears on coins struck between 1937 and 1952. The 1949 penny is part of the pre-decimal currency system used in Britain before decimalization occurred in 1971. Made from bronze, this coin circulated widely across the nation in everyday transactions, from buying newspapers to purchasing household essentials. Its survival in pristine extra fine condition today speaks volumes about its care and preservation over decades. The 1949 UK 1 penny coin holds remarkable visual and symbolic features. On the obverse side, it displays a dignified portrait of King George VI facing left, designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget. The inscription around the portrait reads, George of 60, GBR, OMN, Rex F laughing face : a Latin phrase honoring the king. Flip the coin over, and you will find the iconic seated Britannia holding a trident and shield, a symbol of British strength, pride, and maritime heritage. The detailed waves at her feet, the classic ship in the distance, and the precise lettering all add to the visual elegance of this piece. The date, 1949, is prominently engraved, marking its place in history. In extra fine condition, every detail appears crisp, with very minimal wear, making the design extremely appealing to collectors. Although millions of pennies circulated in the mid-20th century UK, very few 1949 examples remain in extra fine condition today. Over time, most circulated heavily, losing sharp detail and luster. Additionally, many copper coins were melted or damaged over the years, making well-preserved examples considerably rarer. Collectors highly seek the 1949 penny not only for its age and beauty but also because coins from the George VI era continue to grow in popularity among enthusiasts worldwide. As numismatics expands globally, demand for clean, well-graded British pennies has seen a noticeable rise. For collectors focusing on historical British copper, the 1949 extra fine penny stands out as a valuable acquisition. Now to the part everyone loves: how much is this coin worth in today's auction market? A United Kingdom 1 penny from 1949 in extra fine condition can command impressive value from dedicated collectors. In today's auctions, such a coin can sell anywhere from $185,000, depending on grading quality, luster, and buyer interest. Special specimens with mint-state appeal and exceptional eye-catching detail may even reach higher bids, especially when backed by certification from trusted grading authorities. This proves that even a small bronze penny from 1949 can turn into a powerful investment piece in the numismatic world. If you are interested in collecting the 1949 1 penny or similar rare UK coins, here are helpful tips. Always check the condition carefully, as sharp details and minimal wear drastically increase value. When possible, purchase coins certified by reputable grading companies for authenticity assurance. Store your coins in proper protective holders to prevent oxidation or scratches, as copper coins are sensitive to environmental effects. Research auction results regularly to stay updated with price trends and demand patterns. Finally, be patient. Building a valuable collection is a process, but every special piece adds history and worth to your portfolio. The 1949 United Kingdom 1 penny in extra fine condition is far more than just a small copper coin. It is a preserved piece of British history, cherished by passionate collectors across the globe. Its historical background, elegant design, rarity, and impressive auction value make it a standout treasure in the numismatic community. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner excited to explore rare world coins, keep an eye out for gems like this one. You never know, your everyday change or inherited coin collection might contain a valuable treasure waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay connected for more amazing stories from the world of rare coins. Until next time, happy collecting and keep searching for your hidden treasure.